Hi guys, it's Theresa of Lark and Design, and I'm here today with my December Daily album and my process for creating my foundation pages. And so the work that I wanted to do next, if you've been following along, then you've been watching my process on how I'm doing, how I'm creating my foundation pages in an assembly line style. And so, today what I wanted to do was add some mixed media to my journaling and filler cards. So I have the Ali Edwards December Daily main kit and the Liz Tamanaha Paisley Press mini kit, and I've brought all the cards together. And this is something I haven't done in previous years, but I brought all the cards together and then I matched them into groupings. I think it ended up being 5 or 6 smaller groupings, maybe 7. No, it's 6. 6 smaller groupings of cards that I felt went together, whether they match by color or feel. And so I'm laying out a group right here that you can see. This is my first group that I want to work with. And all I'm going to do is add a few paint splatters to each card. Now, if you think about adding mixed media to your December Daily and you think about doing it day by day, that's a bit overwhelming. But this is one way that you can add your media in a way that isn't overwhelming, and you don't have to do it every day. You can just do it all at once, and then boom, all the cards are done. So that's what I wanted to show you in my video today. So I'm going to just get going here. You'll see that I'm working with acrylic paints. Most of them are Tim Holtz Distress paints, which I highly recommend and love working with all the time. And I'm going to make sure that they're shaken up well. And I've just chosen a few different ones. I'll list on my blog what colors that I've used, so that you'll know. And I'm going to water these down. I'm going to put them in my little clamshells. I love using these, and then I've held on to these because you can re-wet them and use them later. So if I want to do some more later on in the month while I'm prepping my other or working with other products, I can do that. And so I'm going to just pour a little tiny bit into each clamshell and then water them down with just plain old tap water. And notice that I'm using a long round brush. So these are my tips for getting paint splatters that actually look cool, that you kind of, the kind of paint splatters that you want to have on your page, right? I water down these acrylics pretty well, and I also use the round brush, a long round brush, and I'm going to keep my brush pretty wet. And I will tell you, if you practice your paint splatters, you'll see when you start with a wet brush, the paint splatters will be larger, and then as the paintbrush loses its water, the paint splatters become smaller. So I'm continuously reloading my brush with water and with paint. My other tip is this. I hold my paintbrush in my left hand. I'm right-handed, but I'm holding the paintbrush with my left hand, and I'm using my tool. The tool that I'm using to tap the brush with are actually metal scissors, and they're heavy. They're heavier than the paintbrush, and I'm doing that with my right hand because that is what's actually controlling where the splatters go. So it's the hand that is tapping the brush that's actually controlling the paint splatters. So that's just a little tiny trick there that that I can give you, that I can offer to help you make paint splatters that maybe look halfway decent. I know that there's a thing in the scrapbooking industry that's called paint splatter envy. So there you go. Now you know how to create those perfect paint splatters. Not that mine are perfect in any way, but they are fun, and I did want to add just a little something to each of these cards. I did choose, there were a lot of really beautiful neutral cards in both of these kits that I love, and I felt like they just needed a little tiny bit of contrast, and so the colors that I've chosen to splatter with are designed to create a little tiny bit of contrast, and they create opportunities to bring in other colors, and those cards will hopefully, when they're in the layouts themselves, they will look like they tie in. So what I'm going to do on this video today, I'm not going to do every set of cards in real time. I'm going to speed up here when these are done. I just wanted to talk to you a little bit about how I was doing this, why I was doing this, why I made this part of my process for my December daily. So hopefully you've gotten some fun tips, and I will say this, that the weight of these cards, the cardstock weight, is excellent. They didn't warp or bend or anything like that. They took these splatters really well. So they're a thicker weight than most cards, I think. And so don't be afraid to try your watercolors and your acrylics on these, because you'll like it. So anyway, I'm gonna just hush my big mouth and play some music and fast forward the video, and I hope you enjoy.